I don't think you should do this. So I'm gonna need someone to tell me when the TDU servers are up. Let's see. The timer will determine how long we've been waiting on the TDU servers. Yeah, I think a lot of people are disappointed with their TDU purchase, so it's gonna be interesting to see what the first big DLC will bring to the table. I can't imagine that people are gonna be super excited about it. I hope that the servers go online today. I mean, it would be a bit sad if they announce it for today and then, you know, the servers are never gonna be ready. I wonder exactly how their planning process is. You know what I mean? Because it takes them always a very long time to release an update. Think about it like this. Most of their customers are Europeans. So they come home from work at, you know, anywhere between 5 and 6 p.m. By that time, it should have been done already. Like, in my opinion, if you need an entire day to fix it, you know, don't release it today on Wednesday, release it on a Thursday. You know, spend the Wednesday to make sure everything works. And then, you know, just release it on a Thursday morning and then everyone can play, regardless if they're sitting at home or not. Makes sense, right? TDU waiting room, yeah. You guys wanna take a bet when TDU becomes available? At which hour? 2 hours and 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna round that up to 9 p.m, okay? Right now it's 6:30.
1 hour later.
By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, if you play all the way to the end, you get to the top, I think, of the solar tower. Alright, Ibiza. It's time. Let's check it out. It should be fine. Dude, how much is Twitch shitting itself right now? Are you kidding me? What is this coincidence that right when I start playing this game, the Twitch starts lagging? If it's only Vienna servers. There is actually such a thing as a Vienna server, but it's stable now. You guys should have a stable image again. Dude, why do the cars feel so soapy? Look how fast it can fling the car around. Oh, that's weird. Meta was done half an hour ago. Yeah, maybe it's one of those days where the internet is just shitting itself.
I'm Tess Quintori.
She's back.
Welcome to Ibiza.
Took her long enough. Must be a pretty long walk from TDU2 until here. Wow, the music is so bad in comparison to what played in TDU2. Alright, a tailor-made arena. You've been invited to enter a competition organized by Tess. It pits the streets against the sharps, so there's a chance to fly the flag of your clan. The Celine races has organized some amazing races in Ibiza. Thank you, Celine. And the entire requirements to change dynamically. Keep an eye on your map to ensure you don't miss anything. And to get exclusive rewards, take part in activities on Ibiza. To move up through 20 new clan influence levels that have been made available for this occasion, you can also find new and exclusive rewards in the stores. Okay, do you have to get a car for here? Yeah, it took quite a while. The Celine edition. Assume I need to buy a Celine car? Maybe I don't. 8 million for the Lycan Hypersport. Wasn't ever a big fan of this one. Dude, I love how I'm like 50,000 credits off. Imagine you go to a dealership and be like, I nearly have it. Can I get it for like 50,000 less? And they're like, nope. Alright, first look at the minimap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas. Obviously a lot smaller than what we had before. Oh yeah, like, don't worry about multiplayer in this game. Like, it's kind of set up for streets versus sharps, but at the same time, it's basically impossible to actually set up races against the others. I think I'm just gonna have to buy a car. Yeah, let's just buy the cheapest one and see what happens. Alright, wouldn't be test drive without a test drive. Immediately got the cars lagged. They sound pretty good for what they are. Yeah, I mean, having a small, sporty car is usually pretty fun to drive. Get rid of all the excess weight. Your mom has one, drives like shit. Can you actually put 2 people in the back there? Looks comfy. Do I have to buy this one? See... I mean, we might need all of them, you know? Take a look. What do the events say? Hypercar. You know what I haven't found out yet? How do I get out of here? Fast travel outside. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, like, I don't have to buy any of those cars, do I? Maintenance is not considered to be over. Well, at least we get to play. That's something. By the way, did the levels get increased? Can we get to a high level now with experience, like finding stuff and so on? I find it interesting that people care so much about the buildings. Well, I do agree that, you know, it's a big part of TDU, like buying property, going to the casino. It doesn't bother me as much as the rest of the game, where you feel like, man, they could have done better. Clan level cap? Yeah, but what about the personal level? Is it still 60? because then there's once again not a benefit to discovering all the roads because we're already max level. Action, if I'm honest, I'm missing TDU 1 and 2 playing this game. But hey, it's a new update. Let's give it another chance. Let's see if they've been cooking. Yeah, I kind of agree with one thing. Like, you work so long on a new entry and then it's missing most of the features that people liked about the previous games. It's a bit of a shame. And their game engine is a bit of a joke. Like, I'm barely getting above 60 FPS with a 4080 on Ultra and 1440p. I did update my drivers today, so if there were any kind of performance patches, they would be enabled right now. What's missing? A lot of the soul, I would say. There was a lot of NPC interaction, driver licenses, you know, similar to Gran Turismo. You could buy buildings that came with garage slots, so, you know, it kind of made sense. You bought a new apartment, then you had more space for new cars. You know, yeah, this is a new game, and you get a TDU-like experience, but you're also missing out on a lot of features that 2DU used to have. And I think that's what annoys the most people. You know, I think I could overlook some of these flaws if the multiplayer would work. But I think that's like the biggest problem with me, is you have these two clans. Whoops. You have the Sharps and the Streets, but the way the game is set up, multiplayer is a pain in the ass. Absolute massive pain in the ass trying to get multiplayer to work. Like, the only way it really works is when you talk with people on Discord and make sure everyone does the same thing at the same time, because the game doesn't have any features to find other people that want to do the same thing. I actually want to see how much diminishing returns we have. So 30,600 for the first completion. How big is the map? Not very much. You're not getting the entire island. Not even remotely close from what I can tell. Way smaller than the main game, that's for sure. I'm not sure how I would describe the size. Like, what do you think is like comparably sized to the Ibiza expansion? It's just the Ibiza Capital 1 for 1. Yeah. So that's cool. That's cool for sure. But whenever it comes to size, people like bigger is better. And usually I agree, but at the same time, you know, there's no point in just making a big ass map if everything looks looks boring and is empty or something. And you also have to consider a little bit, you know, they only have so much time for game development, and, you know, if that's what they can make, then that's alright. Like, I wouldn't actually, you know, hit on them too hard for making the map not super large. Similar to a Forza Horizon map expansion, probably smaller though in scope. And it's interesting how much I can throw the car around in this game. Movie flopping, an album flopping, or a game? I don't really care about albums. I mean, I would care if Pendulum has a flop. That would suck. But usually I don't care about the albums flopping or movies flopping, because there's so many new ones coming. I mean, I do care the most for games anyways, and I think most of you guys do too. Right, we don't get new racing games so often, so if it sucks, it usually hits very hard. Wow. Only 18,000. Big diminishing returns. Cockpit has a new steering animation. I did not notice. What did they change? You know, it's been a while since I played the game, because the game was kind of abandoned by everyone and their mom. It looks a bit nicer. Okay. So more human-like. Right? Racing games coming out next year? I don't think so. You're gonna get GTA 6. The thing is, most people don't really want to compete against GTA 6, right? So a lot of developers are gonna drop releasing next year. Oh yeah, so the Corsa is gonna do some open world stuff. That could be interesting. Hey, we actually found a player. Is that one of you guys? They might delay GTA 6 for sure. That's never out of the question. But didn't we have another player in this race? But looking at those names, I guess the Hobo Goblin. Did they adjust the difficulty? I don't feel like the opponents are a challenge anymore. But they were kind of overpowered on a lot of the races. Hey, that was our first multiplayer race. And I didn't even see the other guy. Dude, Hobgoblin, what are you doing? You're not even beating the NPCs. Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. I think Assetto Corsa has a chance to be a much better game. Why does this low-key look like a logo from Ubisoft, the loading screen? Yeah, GTA is not a racing game, but it doesn't mean they can't make a great handling model for racing. There's plenty of racing happening in GTA. It's level 25. They has better cars than him because of me. Yeah, but I don't know. I would usually join an event where my car has at least the right performance level. Then again, I don't remember what I had when I was level 25. Dude, I played some Rocket League yesterday for fun. And, you know, I was just playing my game, you know? Bit rusty because I haven't played for many months. And then the guy that was playing, he was like, stop tryharding so much. You know, I barely play this game. Like, let me shoot the ball too. I'm like, come on, dude. It's not how Rocket League works. If you can't shoot a goal, you shoot a goal. Yeah, we should grab some teleport points like the gas stations. You think they're gonna officially say on their Twitter like, hey, we got our stuff figured out, you can join us now. Hey, anyone of you guys have been to Ibiza before? Anything look familiar to you? One thing that I never understand is that the game doesn't remember the last car that you used. It's one thing if you want to cruise with another car, but I keep using this car with the same configuration, so maybe remember it? Well, the good thing is now you're gonna get something next year. You bought the GTR while you were still living in a trailer. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? It's all about priorities. Do you need a good car right now, or do you need a nice home? I mean, that's part of the progression, I think what made it fun, right? I wasn't sure if that's gonna break. Does the game have a reset button? RS. I feel like my car is drifting to the right. I imagine things. Like I tried to force the car to steer. Let's see. The last time I played this game, all-wheel drive was vastly superior over rear-wheel drive. By the way, shouts to Mad Monk, amazing supplements, link in the description below. What? Oh, I didn't put on rally tires, did I? Why does the game not do that automatically? Actually, maybe those are, I don't know, I'm not sure. I can't tell. I cannot tell if I have rally tires on. What do you guys think? Just from looking at this. I still consider this faster than hitting the brakes. This is a pretty fun layout. Dude, I feel like everyone that is joining the servers right now are like super new players. Like they're level 20 and something. We don't have the cars fast enough. I don't know about these layouts, man. You know what the problem is with rebuilding a city one by one? Like everything is a 90-degree corner. And it's locked off with like hard barriers, so you can't come up with some cool cuts. Oh, this speed class feels unbalanced, holy shit. Gotta try that one again before it crashes. Ranger! What just happened to my car? I have no idea what I did. They seem a bit overpowered in the Hypercar class, they seem too weak in other classes, which I think was always the case. I feel like that has always been the experience in this game. And apparently they nerfed the 918 Spider, so I might need to buy something else. Huh, actually not even... Dude, I'm so annoyed how fast he accelerates. I can't keep up with this guy. This is such a boring ass layout. That Chiron is kicking me in the nuts though. Dude, I'm wheel spinning when I hit the nose. Oh, never mind, that's not the nose. What's the nose button? Oh, there's no nose button. It does it by itself. I'm shifting all this time when I thought I'm pressing the nose button. Why does every game have a different button layout, man? Insane. Dude, I thought 950 is the maximum performance. Do this race without me, I just want to play alone. Jewel, play by yourself. I just want to win this race. Is it a positive change? I mean, they added content, so yeah, I would say there's a positive change. There's more game for you now. Oh yeah, most PCs struggle to get 60 FPS in this game. It's hilariously unoptimized, or the engine is just that bad, you know? I don't really know. I don't really know what the case would be. I shall not try to press the boost button again. Like I thought to myself, okay, I'm not nosing and that's why they are running away from me, acceleration wise. Hey, another game where corners is sticking out. Great. Crossplay would be great. That would definitely make the servers more lively. But also some people want to play by themselves sometimes, you know, maybe they just want to get the gold medal. So, you know, the option to play races by yourself would also be nice. And then you wouldn't have to wait the 60-second waiting time. But yeah, crossplay would make a very positive impact on the game. If they can pull it off. Yeah, sadly the list does goes on with the, you know, non-available multiplayer options, really. Yeah, as I said, you know, it feels like they didn't really think many of the multiplayer features through, and, you know, that's why they're now missing. In my opinion, they never really tested what it would be like to have an MMO running and trying to get people together. Because that is what the game fails with the most, getting people together. To actually do all of the MMO stuff, especially the sharps versus streets thing. Right? It doesn't really happen. Like, how many people? Give me a plus in the chat if you had a lot of experiences with like clan versus clan races in this game. Who feels like they really want to beat the other faction? Give me a plus if you're super engaged in any kind of clan-specific things. Every clan battle is a sharp sweep. Yeah, because they have no way of balancing the sides, right? Most people pick the sharps. So the streets get the ass kicked all the time, so if you want more rewards, you pick the sharps. If you like to lose but you have honor, you take the streets. The last time I played this game, I don't even know, man. Probably 1 week, 2 weeks after the release. I'm trying to think how long I played it. But I would say up to 2 weeks after release, and then I dropped it. You saw a clan battle where both sides had cheaters and the streets still lost. The only streamer that gets views in this game. Yeah, but that's because of you guys, right? Like, you guys are amazing. You guys will watch whatever I do. So shouts to you guys for hanging out with me. Like, I really don't want to be in Alex's shoes that, you know, tries to build his content around this game. Shoutouts to him, by the way. Like, this is a game where you can get one complainy video out of your system and then you have to move on. Holy shit. Dude, the control scheme is killing me. It's so different to every other game that I play. It's so narrow here. Like, how are you even gonna pass them? You have to be in first beforehand. Twitch changed the layout. Yeah, do you enjoy the data on the top of the screen? You know, it might actually be helpful because do you know how often people are like, oh, what are you doing? What are you playing? Right? Like, so many people don't read the fucking title. You know, I might actually like that because it's gonna reduce the amount of idiots asking what I'm doing. Right? Fat chance that you are gonna hover over the footage, right? And it's gonna give you the title. Right? People don't have to scroll. Like, it's always gonna be on screen there. Yeah, I mean, some people are still idiots, but that should reduce it by quite a bit. Yeah, I do think it will help people read the title because now it's always on screen. I gotta say, I kind of like that. It's a bit of a bummer, I would say, for the people that are not dumb, but it's gonna be nice for me because it's gonna bring me some peace of mind. This might actually be a decent idea. Just wall ride this to catch up to him. This event is so frustrating. Like, at this point, I just want to cheese it. I just want to get ahead of these idiots. It's so fucking narrow here. This event has been really annoying. Yeah. Just gonna do it like this and say, fuck you, game. I thought the game, I mean, you do get a decent slowdown from a wall ride, but there's definitely some walls you can ride without much of a penalty. It's interesting. Like, imagine this is an online race. There's definitely gonna be a shit ton of wall riding going on. You know what my issue is? I look at this environment and be like, dude, Forza Horizon looks so much better. And it also runs at double the frame rate. Okay, that feels a lot different to what the game gave me earlier. Okay, now it's a hard barrier. Probably a good idea to bring your off-road tires for this one. Like, you do auto configuration, but the game still does not think, hey, maybe I should put dirt tires on a dirt track. Players have the rally vibe without the fun. I mean, if they would actually give you a rally car, then it would be different. Dude, they're all just standing there. No one is cheering. What is this bore fest? Man, even the fake audience in this game is bored. Are you kidding me? Dude, changing between hard barriers and soft barriers all the time, this shit's triggering me. Oh my god. Surprisingly, not too many teleport points. Think you have to find them? I mean, they should just be grayed out like the rest of it, right? I don't have off-road tires for this car. That makes sense. I still think you should be able to buy tires at an event start. I mean, what I've seen so far from the updates, there isn't really anything new. Yeah, it's a new map. We're gonna be racing on the new map. But I'm not super happy with the track design, especially everything is hard barriers, you know what I mean? But I like the DLC so far. It's more of the same in a new map. But I think the takeaway here really is it's more of the same. If you played the main game, you know exactly what you're getting here. Does that make sense? Like, if you're okay with the usual gameplay loop of this game, but now it's on a new map, then you will be fine. But let's say you didn't like the base game, then this is not gonna change your opinion. I hate purple. If it's on my multi-million-dollar hypercar, yes. I remember when the Lambo, like the... What was his name? Morohoshi son? Can't say I liked his Lambo in purple either. I just don't think that purple is a good color for a car. How about this? You guys make a Google search. Try to find a good-looking purple car. Also remember like a purple GTR. Didn't like that either. Probably just the color, man. Morohoshi. I mean, it wasn't pink, was it? It was a bit darker. Dude, is this car just limited to this performance level? Do I actually have to buy something else? Yeah, I have no idea what they're doing. I'm actually kind of curious. I might check it out. Are there even any faster cars? Okay, there's a G-Wagon. Do I really have to buy a G-Wagon? Audi Q7. Raptor this week, for sure. Cayenne seems faster. So Cayenne, is it the same one? Cayenne Turbo? I wonder if I need like 500 performance rating or something. Buggy could... Is it just bugged? Did I just bug my buggy? Like it only gets up to 460, but I just maxed out the parts. Yeah, I mean tires do a little bit, but not that much. You think they nerfed it? I mean, oh, that's why it doesn't go to 600 anymore? Can I look at the other map from here? Probably not, huh? Why can you not teleport to this spot? You gotta be kidding me. Like, why do I have to teleport to the next gas station and drive there? Get the V12 G-Wagon, I actually might have to. My problem is I didn't pay attention to what performance level I need. The long gear, I mean, it's gonna be off-road racing. Long gear makes no sense. Versatile, I can make sense of. Short or versatile. Cross country, see, 100% asphalt. So for that one, I want my sticky tires. Bit sad that the buggy is not available at higher speed classes. An auto configuration, it is using the semi-slicks, but it threw out some... You know, I kind of hate that I can't even do specific tuning. Like, in my opinion, it should be here in car setup, you know, that you can switch out the parts. But once again, you have to go back to the tuner. This is so quality of life bullshit, you know? I mean, the buggy was super fast. I kind of liked it because it was. It actually looks pretty powerful. But someone explain to me why I have to bring an off-road car for a track race. City rally. No, the game is still using the same frame rate. That has never improved for me. Like, I'm running this game on a 4080 and I was always, like, GPU locked. Let's see if I can put it on the screen. You know what's funny? My GPU or my CPU, and like none of them are running at 100%, right? Think about Forza Horizon. The GPU always gets pushed to 100%. It will use more energy. So you will pay more electricity bill, but at the same time, you're also gonna get 200 FPS instead of 70. It's off-roading without the off. It's roading. You guys like roading? Well, the Steam FPS overlay still works. Not off-roading, but on-roading. The buggy that's perfectly fine and actually makes sense on performance. Let's not nerf two cars that can realistically go over 300 miles an hour. Yeah, that's a thing. Wait, off-road tires have been placed. I probably shouldn't have bought the brakes. Unnecessary increment in performance rating. The lack of anything substantial being said about the game's future. I mean, honestly, I would not be surprised if that is the last update. Like, I would not be surprised whatsoever if, like, the next big message is gonna be, oh, the studio's closed down. Thanks for playing, guys. Nacon will still host the server so you can keep playing, but the update's over. Because I cannot imagine that this makes them money. You know, the amount of players for this game is ridiculously small. So, probably no one is gonna buy anything DLC related for this game ever. Like, what do you see? A bunch of people complaining about this game, rightfully so. So, why do you think anyone would actually buy the season pass? Just so they can get a few gloves and shirts. The Battle of the Minutes. I mean, sure, I had complaints with Horizon 5, but man, it's a masterpiece in comparison to this. You know, the thing about, you know, video game ratings, you know, sure, you can give Forza Horizon 90%, but the only reason being is that it's, you know, 90% because, you know, it's that much better than the competition, right? Because the competition is so goddamn awful, you know. You do a race, you do it by yourself, but it's always online, so you can't press the pause button. Like, we just played Need for Speed 2015. It was a bad idea back then, it still is 9 years later. Update is delayed tomorrow on Xbox. Well, you're gonna get the same experience. What about PlayStation? Did PlayStation make it? Impression of the map? That's alright, I guess. I gotta be honest, I don't remember it like this from TDU. Was it in TDU too? But they basically one-to-one the... Was it the capital of Ibiza? Currently experiencing issues, the following servers may be affected. Live events? Restriction rotation, season management, and ranked race rotation. Honestly, like I wanna see one dude actually say the truth for a change. Like I wanna see how many people are actually using all the features that are not working, you know? Let's assume the features are not offline as they are right now. Like how many people are actually getting to do multiplayer and ranked racing? PS5 is on? Okay. So right now PlayStation and PC can enjoy the update and Xbox is delayed until tomorrow. There you go. I was waiting for a new map that turns in 5 minutes and there are no dealerships or anything. Yeah. Dude, I agree that the game buried itself, but it wasn't 5 minutes ago. The game buried itself on release day. Actually, even before that, on the early release day, you know, when they gave access to the gold edition owners, you know, the people that paid like $100 to get the ultimate edition, or $80, I don't know what it was. Like, they buried themselves all the way back then when the game was completely dysfunctional on early access, and they couldn't fix it until the actual release date, where it was even more dysfunctional. Because more people were accessing the broken servers. A shit show, you know? These tracks are ass. Yeah, the moment you start playing it, you will realize that hypercars really don't work. You know what bothers me so much in Horizon? I always say, man, it's so much fun that everything is so open. And this is restrictive as shit, because those are all hard walls, right? Like, you cannot cut any apex. You always have to stay within the lines. Nearly never. See, it's open for 5 seconds, not even, and then immediately closed again. Like all the freedom that you would usually get in a Forza Horizon, where it's actually, you know, fun to cut an apex during a rally race, you don't get that. Oh wow. Nearly killed myself. I guess I did. The tracks are on class rotation. Yes. The good thing about that is if you don't have a certain class, you can just wait until it rotates another one. Guys, this is a good sign if I start yawning. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed with most of the racing games that released this year. I don't think any of them really has the potential to entertain a stream long term. Like I keep thinking that, you know, maybe I need to shift more towards YouTube. It's so restricted on everything. Like why put it there? Look at the corner. You could cut this so nicely. Right? The one thing that I like about street racing is that you will cut over the fucking sidewalk for a better racing line. Also, you're faster too. You're gonna be much faster if you just wall ride. Gran Turismo 8. Now, if anything, this is Forza Motorsport 9. Guys, can we talk about fitness for a while? I put myself on a high protein diet for the last 4 days. And I'm super full all day. Like, my average protein intake was 180 grams in the last 5 days. And it's kind of exhausting. Like, I've never been so full, but also usually I would say my average daily intake of protein is maybe 100 instead of 200. It's crazy like how filling that is. Like, my body's not used to it whatsoever. Put these nuts in your mouth. What is this? Inside of the game area. Ah, okay. 2 more events. Man, we're running out of content. The map just ends there. Yeah, you can drive there, but then it's over. No, it's definitely a tiny expansion, and honestly, I am not sure. I'm not sure they're gonna survive this. I'm not sure if the studio like delivers like this last thing, then it's over. But at the same time, you know, the communication that they have been giving, it doesn't seem like they're about to be shut down. That's a separate map. Okay, let me show you. So this is the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 districts here. And everything around here is nothing. I mean, you can see it. Like the striped lines here, that it's already out of bounds. That's what you get. It's basically as big as one of the sectors that you have on the main map. You say it's tiny, you know. Kiloton would say it's average sized. Ibiza looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think that what the game has is bad, but you know what bothers me? In every single race is these barriers. Like, I feel so restricted, it's insane. Right, normally you would just go on inside here, but everything has a wall. You know, you're basically driving down this eternal tunnel. It really limits your driving so much that it's not fun anymore. Yeah, exactly, like the freedom is completely gone. You know, I actually really like cross-country races in Forza Horizon, but they also allow me to drive wherever I want in between the checkpoints. Like, that makes all the difference. And the thing is, why don't the TDU developers know this? Like, they ruin their own game. Just remove those walls and it would immediately be better. Like, once again, by doing less, they would have a better game. I see that way too many times, you know, the tryhards that do too much and make it worse. Heat had the same problem. At least the barriers in Heat could be destroyed. So you could still take the actual racing line. But it was super pointless to put up the barriers in the first place when you just break through. You know, while I prefer that they are breakable in Heat, they shouldn't have been there in Heat in the first place, and the same thing here, like they shouldn't even be here. I think it would be a lot of fun to find like a shortcut through the city, right? Think Midnight Club. And you can actually find some shortcuts through city roads. They kinda ruined it, not gonna lie. Was PvP? There's no PvP, what do you mean? You know how PvP works in this game. People have to be in the same spot as you and start the event at the same time as you, right? Unless someone does exactly the same thing you're doing, you're playing by yourself. No, do not buy this game, please don't. Try it out if you get a free trial. Thumb the bag. In my opinion, the bag is the problem, you know? Maybe thinking too much about the bag ruined the game. Is it worth pirating this game? You can't, it's always online. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing. Even if I tell them what they should do, doesn't mean they will do it. But I can give them the best advice in the world. If they don't take it, it doesn't matter. But I think that's a general problem, because I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the only one that understands this stuff. So they're also not listening to the community. In my opinion, it's just a lack of research. Like, imagine someone wants you to make a GTA, but you never played a GTA. Good luck. Like, good fucking luck making a good GTA game if you never played GTA. Because that is what this feels like. It feels like they didn't play the old TDO games. It doesn't feel like they played the competition like Unbound or Forza Horizon. You know, it doesn't feel like they took any lessons from anyone. It's like they built everything from the ground up with no reference points. I mean, obviously they had a few reference points, so it wouldn't feel like TDU whatsoever, but there's plenty missing. So whoever did like research on what the game should have didn't do a very good job. Dude, this game is struggling so badly with frame rates. Imagine they would render more cars. Can't imagine where the frame rate would go if you actually had traffic. WC games aren't that bad either. Yeah, but even that didn't really help them, because right, the license was taken away from Nacon, given to EA. Obviously that's a money thing, but it kind of shows that the WRC games didn't make enough money, and that's why it was sold to EA. And let's be honest, the Codemasters, WRC is a lot better. There's gonna be a point somewhere where he just gets stuck. Also, someone explain to me why they have supercars when I have to use my off-road car. This one, that's the corner. Wait, was that it? Dude, I'm out of content. The rest is speed traps. I guess I can take a look at the outfitter. So that lasted a whole lot of 4 hours, nice. Including trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, closer to 3 than 4 hours for sure. I'm not sure, did I restart? Did I even restart the timer? No, I didn't restart the timer. Dude, the timer, no, that timer includes the Gran Turismo part. Less than 3 hours. I didn't want to use this. I mean, I could do the speed traps. But is that really everything that is left at this point? It's the last thing we can do collecting speed traps. Oh, definitely prefer the Unbound update for sure. It's not even fair to compare if you ask me. Yeah, poll the chat. That way you can anonymously say the opposite if you think it's true. I'd be surprised. I mean, I can check out the rest of the island, I guess. I didn't do exploration yet. Okay, driving all the way here and I don't get a reward. I'm a bit disappointed. Expected at least like a solar coin or something. Wait, you can drive here? But it's not on the minimap. Interesting. I don't think you should do this. First of all, I expected to crash into the wall Second of all, it does crash the game. QA? What is QA, man? Honestly, rent a Kuru. I'll show you. I'll show you how to break your game. Yeah, this is hard stuck. This is actually a soft look. Would be a good, I think that's gonna be a good end for the YouTube video. Thanks for watching, Hot Shots. Tune in next time when we break TDU. How about playing some Lockdown? Nah, I think we're gonna play TDU some more because honestly, I'm not playing this again. Right? If we wanna get some content for this game, it's gotta be right now because I'm not touching this game again. That's why that part isn't on the map. Yeah, they probably forgot to close it off. Is it better than 2015? No. What do you want? Oh, okay. Concierge gives me a new car. There was a coin on the map. Yeah, I saw that too. I drove past the coin, jumped into the water, and apparently that crashes the game because there's no reset point there. Oh my god, it's got Roberts. I actually have a hitbox, can run into other people. I'm not giving away my mega hat, dude. That reminds me, I didn't actually finish the street storyline, did I? Because I couldn't be asked to do all of the stuff on main island. What if a sharp watch? What's the point of being a street if I wear a sharp watch? Hey guys, will you play this game again? A bug during launch in which the game would just crash the desktop when you had voice chat enabled on the workshop. Ah, okay. This is my music, by the way. Okay, let's see if we can break the island some more. Did they actually add any new cars? Apparently they did. But I think the new cars are all Celine editions, aren't they? Like, they're not actually new cars. They're cars that already existed, and then they modified them a little bit, called them the Celine edition. Ferrari California, the WVT, and the new Aventador edition. Okay. Yeah, so those 3 and 6 Celine cars, right? So those are the 9 new cars. 3 actually new and 6 are tunes. Isn't it funny how I haven't... Well, the thing is you don't discover the roads while you're racing. That's one of the things I always had beef with this game. Like, you're not gonna actually discover the roads that you're driving on. Let's check out the highway. If anything gives us TDU vibes, it's... Wait, seriously? Brother, how small is this shit? Honestly, if they don't expand this, I'm gonna be mad. It's so small. They're all reliving the PTSD from the ex-girlfriends. It's so small. Poor developers. I love how agile the car is. I gotta be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Other than exploration. I mean, sure, we can replay some of the events we've already done, but I guess I'm kind of interested, you know, what one-to-one Ibiza looks like. I mean, next time I'm in Ibiza, then, you know, I could actually try to recognize stuff that I've seen in this game. Out of bounds speedrun. Oh, I just remembered we haven't done the uninstalled speedrun for 2015. Question is, do I play any more mods for 2015 anytime soon? A total of 1,000 people playing this game. Seems like no one cares about the update. 1,000 is more than they usually have, so at the very least, you know, it brought some people back, but it's not gonna last. Do you have the SteamDB link for me? Sadly it is, yeah, the game is as bad. As everyone says, I mean, it looks like an indie game, it has the performance of an indie game, and honestly, everything else in the game feels very much indie. Like, I can totally see that most of the money is gonna be used for licensing cars and music, and then there wasn't much money left for the rest of the game development. It's so unbaked, and I think most of it are just oversights and lack of research. But if you actually do some proper research, you would know which multiplayer game modes work, don't work, what makes sense, what people want to do, and there's just such an insane loss of multiplayer features this game could have had, you know? Alright, so let's take a look at this game's performance. First of all, the store page kind of recovered. I remember the ratings were down to 20%, but at the same time, it's only the last 30 days, right? The initial negative reviews happened, you know, in the beginning. But, you know, recent reviews apparently better. But still, less than 50% is not necessarily something you want to brag with. So let's take a look at this game's performance. How many people are actually playing this? Price history. Now, where is it? Charts. Alright. Yeah, so you see this? It pendulums between 260 and less than 100. Like 250 and... Okay, the servers were down, that's fair. But it goes between 250 and 90 people. Is there such a metric as daily players? Not really. I guess you could try to... I mean, this is a better indicator. Started at 5k and then zoop, You know what they call this? Like a dead company. When you see a stock do this, please get out before your stocks are worth nothing. Like this is a stock curve that tells you bankruptcy. What I find interesting is that it's hovered. Look at this. Before December, it was actually more stable. Before it started doing this, I feel like this is an average. Like this looks more averaged out than this. This looks more precise. Right? Like if you draw this line, you can draw it through the middle of all of these. Like that just looks more detailed data-wise. Either way, this is probably the last time you see this game above 1,000 players, unless they make it free. If this game is gonna be free on Game Pass or Steam, or they give away the codes for a reason, then yeah, maybe you're gonna see bigger numbers again. I have a really hard time seeing them afford another season, but maybe it's already been paid for, you know? Maybe the budget was already allocated, so maybe they don't need to worry about funding for another season. One thing I would bet on is though that we're never getting another TDU again. TDU Solar Crown codes and cereal boxes. Dude, I remember some really fun games and cereal boxes. I'm not sure I would want to live in one of those apartments. I gotta say, this part looks pretty cool to live. Park up here, that's kind of cool. Whoa, gap. Didn't see that one coming. You know when I matched all gift subs, I ran out of money. I spent my entire PayPal account. No more big matches for me. But I can still match every 5th, or rather every time you guys do 4, I'll do the 5th one. Oh, what's up with the handling here? You know when I lost interest in this game, when I read things like finish 50 races in the top 1. Like, come on, dude. 50 races in top 1. Like, what do you want from me, man? That is so grindy. And you want me to do this with all the cars or what? Top 1, yeah. I guess it's easier. It's easier to change in the code from top X to just top 1. Just in camera. Oh yeah, dude, I would even go as far as 100% dark chocolate. I had that one before, it's actually quite nice. A friend of mine introduced me to 100% chocolate. It's something you have to get used to, but you know, if you eat it slowly, you let it, you know, do its thing in your mouth, then it actually starts tasting like regular chocolate, but very intense. Wanna watch Theo's video on the update? I feel like we can have a good laugh. I can't imagine that he only played for an hour if the video is already out. Like, right? Like, how long did he play? It can't be that long. But yeah, that's it, dude. We did every race. The only thing that's left is speed traps and clothing. Man, that sucks. And that's all that he gets. I mean, maybe we get more, but this is literally one part of the other map. So, you wanna see what Black Panther has to say about this game? Can Ibiza save the game? Let me save you, Theo. No. It's 22 minutes. You guys can watch it. You guys can watch it on your own. I'm not really in the mood watching another 22-minute video. I thought if it was like around 10 minutes, sure, but I'm not in the mood. Yeah, I'm done. You might have seen me drink a lot of protein shakes on stream recently, because I'm on a diet, but I do need protein. So I'm drinking a bunch of different protein shakes from Peak. And for the first time ever, I'm using a pre-workout, which is actually quite fun. Never had these before. You know what I do? These are without caffeine, right? So what I do is I take the caffeine-free pre-workout and I mix it with MedMonk, right? Like right now I have like my MedMonk in the morning with caffeine. Plus, I'm adding this pre-workout every time I lift or I do cardio. And other than that, you know, I just get myself my protein after the workout. But yeah, if you're interested, guys, links in the chat. 10% off with the code StreamerZone. Sleep tight. Do come back tomorrow for more, and good night. Never play TDU. Not this one, at least. Bye-bye. Where's my button? Seriously, where's my button?